Thank y'all for tuning in again to the Voice Unheard Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Dominic Evans. We got a special guest. This man, I've been kicking it with this guy since who knows when. We went to the same school, Full Sail. I used to call and ask him engineering questions all the time. Singer-songwriter as well. Business owner now, traveling the world, I see. And all around amazing person. He always gave me great energy. This is my guy, Rey, founder, as I know him, but Rey Clemons. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to pass it over to you and introduce yourself, man.
Hey, man, I'm definitely glad and appreciative of the time, just us getting back together, all those conversations, man, over the years. You're amazing and you're right, man. I've seen everything you've been doing. I'm definitely humbled to be a part of your podcast. But yeah, it's your boy Rey Clemons, man, out here.
Right.
Glad to be a part of the podcast and
Sure.
come on board, man. And hey, let's fellowship.
Yes, sir. And I just want to say I appreciate your time as always. And anytime I got a question or I gotta ask you something, or even I'm just checking up on you or you checking up on me, it's always been like love, man. So I truly appreciate that. But first I want to start off with is how is your mental, brother? How is everything just all in all as far as life? I feel like that's very important nowadays.
Yeah, my mental has been good overall. I've dived into having a therapist and a life coach at the same time.
Nice.
So I got both of those. Everything with all the distractions and the craziness that's going on in the world, being able to navigate it properly for myself and got good people around me, man, overall. So I can't complain about it at all. Just taking those steps were essential, especially when you navigate in the music industry and then you move and pivot into other areas.
Yeah.
It was essential.
And we're going to get to that because,
Yeah.
I've been, like you said, you witnessed my transition a little bit. I've been witnessing your transition as well.
Yeah.
UberWood Agency, the business, tell me what's that about? I see the AI going on, and I definitely had questions about it because I was interested. I was like, man, what is he doing? And I still want to know if you're doing music. What's the update?
Yeah. So with everything going on, UberWood Agency, man, I've been working more so it's like B2B businesses. So I've been working in luxury real estate, coaches, nonprofits, education, lawyers, doctors. Yeah, I've been working in different verticals, basically offering them lead generation services. So whether it's I start out with web design or we got project management, brand strategy, LinkedIn, AI, which I essentially train AI and do outreach for clients. Mm-hmm. And able just to put all of that in place for them to scale their business and get more revenue for their business. And they don't have to check it, and content writing is a part of that as well, because everyone is building their personal brand. So the relationships I built from that, UberWood has been doing good and just got back from Memphis because I built this AI software and it ended up getting sold to a company. So I ended up going up there and speaking on panels about AI. Yeah, AI and tech. So yeah, it's been good, man. Everything has been good in that space.
What made you tap into this and we could just take the blinders off, we just kicking it, we just chilling, y'all.
Yeah.
So and you can curse. I curse. I know you heard the
podcast. yeah.
Y'all listen to the podcast already. Y'all know I curse. Bro, what the fuck? What was that trigger in your brain that made you be and I know you didn't answer if you're still doing music yet, but being you got ahead of AI because AI is taking over and it's it's taking people out of business, but you was I'm gonna make my own lane in this, and I always recognize that about you. How you was always ahead of the game. You was doing the music and you was doing songwriting, and songwriting was ahead of the game. And so, what made you trigger like, yo, AI is what I'm actually about to get on?
So to answer the question, if I'm still doing music, yeah, I
Okay.
still do my writing and stuff.
Yes.
As far as what made me get into that situation for the next question, as far as AI itself, I just saw where everything was going, man. AI won't replace people. People who use AI will replace people
Feel that. Feel
if
that.
they know what they're doing.
Feel that.
So it's a lot of controversy around it, I guess, or people don't know exactly what it is. And then from there, you
Yeah.
just kind of got to navigate it. But for me, I'm big on time. Time is the biggest currency in life.
Right.
So if I look at stuff like that, then why won't a person be like, hey, you know what? I can insert this in my business somewhere and it automates the processes of everything I'm doing. And
Right.
I can save time, get the results,
Yeah.
and then spend the rest of my day enjoying my family and my kids and life and traveling the world.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Yo, and then, yo, I have so many, so many questions, but it's like I wonder,
Yeah.
like, because like this is probably like some personal, but like
Mhm.
how is like your family and everything, and how is like I don't know if you married or engaged, but how
Mhm.
is like the kids and how do they feel about you being a business owner and traveling the world and AI, like especially as a black man. I always say like
Yeah.
I salute any black man that's out here really getting to it. And like, so how do your family feel about you? Like, are you feeling appreciated and everything?
Yeah, man, my family has been lovely. They've been supporting me for a long time, bro. Ever since I made the pivots, it got to the point though where I wasn't making as much music to where they were like, "Hey, man, you, what's going on? What's going on in this space?" So, but the music has been there. It's been my voice box for a lot of years. And then as far as I recently got married in March. I don't have no
Oh,
kids, man.
cool.
But yeah, got married low key, out of the way, minding my business, bro. And it's been one of the most beautiful situations or beautiful choices I could have ever made in my life, bro. Just
Oh
to
yeah.
more peace and focus and yeah, we doing our thing, man. Been to 13 different countries,
Yeah, saw that.
traveling the world
Saw
and just everywhere, bro. Just even going to Singapore. So like just random moments. Went to Singapore and it was like, all right, we out here, super clean out there.
that.
I would tell anybody to go to Singapore, bro.
Yeah.
And we was at some event and this dude was walking around with us. He was like, what y'all got going on? We were like, man, we chilling. He was like, Coldplay got a concert out here today. And I said, what? Oh, I got me tickets immediately, bro. And so
No, for real.
we ended up seeing Coldplay in Singapore. And that was so
That's
crazy, bro.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you mentioned like you just tied the knot in March and Singapore, and I feel like we are on like kind of the same path. Like
Mhm.
I've loved to travel. I've been to Switzerland, Iceland, and
Yeah.
we going. So I don't know if you know, but I'm currently engaged, and I'm
Oh
tying it.
man, congratulations, Doc.
Yeah, tying the knot in November. So and we heading to Greece. I seen you was in Athens.
Oh, hey man, Greece is amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Greece, the
How's the
food good. Oh man,
yeah.
yeah, it's beautiful, bro. So yeah, Greece. You gonna love Greece, dog. I'm telling you, telling you
So
now.
we headed to Greece in November and
Mhm.
finally tying the knot. And it's just like I feel like it's good that we have like, somebody we can like come home to when because the world has been bananas. And speaking
Oh
of the world,
man.
how have you been feeling about the children? Because and this can probably correlate, but you in the AI space, but I think AI is different from social media a little bit.
Mhm.
Um, the children on social media, we had 3 school shootings in the last week. Like how do you what's your take on that? Like it's crazy.
I feel like they are lacking tremendously in security for schools. It's almost like it's part of their plan how I feel they aren't showing up with security for the schools. So we have guns and cops at the airport. We have cops on planes. We
Right.
need to have cops on duty at all time at every single school and everywhere, period.
That's a fact.
And I'm like, it's definitely unfortunate what's going on, and it's affecting everybody, right? Like, so now we moving into the election again, and
Bro,
it's
don't
like, man, what is it's like, what are we doing? What are
yeah,
we doing, and what direction are we moving to in order for, because kids, they so important with
very,
everything
very,
that we got going on, and you steady see it. It's the same thing,
yeah,
same stories. And for a kid to walk in there, no, they need metal detectors at every single school, bro.
yeah,
Period. Or some type of something to where these kids can't just walk in here with video game guns, Call of Duty guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even. It's definitely sad times, and definitely RIP to all those kids that were lost, and these families. I mean, these parents are nervous to send their children to school, bro.
I'm telling you, I'm scared to have children.
Yeah,
Like,
hey, look, hey, dog, that's a whole nother conversation.
yeah,
So it's just,
have them.
we don't know what's happening. We don't know the way everything is playing out and how they're moving. It's just, it's a lot going on, dog. Like,
I try to think about who to like, and I guess I really can't point the finger at nobody because I try to think about could it be like the government, like maybe they can censor social media a little bit, but then I think about like, do we, if they censor it, will it take away our freedom of speech a little bit? You know, because I feel like that's already kind of on the fence, and I try to think like who's in charge of, because if a kid goes shoot up a school, like the dad shouldn't get charged for it, but I understand if he bought a gun for the kid, and so it's like a
oh
lot
yeah,
of
he should. No, in them cases, bro,
yeah,
yeah, it's gonna happen.
he
Like,
said life.
yo, them kids don't even know what life is yet. So you 13, 14, whatever. I mean, even the young kids, they early in high school, however it worked. But no, the parents, hell yeah. They you know crazy when you see crazy, bro.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
Like, parents, what you doing? Like, what the hell going on over here? Man, half of the FBI already know what be going on anyway, bro. People do their research.
they
They,
do.
even with the kid that was in Georgia just this past week or whatever, like, yeah, bro, he was making threats over a year ago before
Yeah,
that.
and then he went
Come
and
on.
bought him a gun afterwards. He made the threat. I'm just like,
Yeah, pops. Hey, whole family, come
yeah,
on.
yeah, come
Yeah,
on.
y'all out here. Come on, doc. That's junk crazy.
So,
Yeah.
so I want to ask you, where are you finding inspiration these days? Because when I see you, I don't see you much on social media, and
Yeah.
I like that you got like a private life. Where do
Yeah.
you find inspiration these days?
Mentors, man. I read a lot, and life coaches and mentors, bro. Like, being able to travel as well, like traveling, getting people different perspectives, putting myself in position to be open to hear, actively listening to people versus hearing them is a big thing, right? So you traveling, you don't know anyone's way of life. You sitting down, y'all
Yeah,
can have a fruitful conversation. And social media to me is like, all right, cool. I'm on there.
yeah,
When I am on there, I'm more active on LinkedIn than I am Instagram, because LinkedIn is where everyone's serious about business. So I'm on there on LinkedIn, and then the services I offer are LinkedIn services. So it's like, yeah, I'm on there, and I talk to people on there because it's real conversation. But then that give me more time to turn around, and you got to give yourself grace at some point.
yeah,
Whatever you learning, however you moving,
Mm-hmm.
And even with, I tell people who do music, right? Like the reason people have writing block is because they don't live outside of music.
Fact.
And
That's a
so
fact.
you got to like appreciate how everything is moving, appreciate what everything is doing, and like just, hey man, be
No,
around people who are actually have action going on. Because all this surface level, hey, what's going on, man? Working. Hey, what's going on?
yeah,
Chilling. Hey,
yeah,
what's going on?
yeah.
Watching the game. Like, come on, dog. That
No,
junk empty as hell. And that's the majority of what you see until you start tapping into something bigger for yourself.
but but the thing is, like when you say like the hey, what's going on? And I tried to I wonder where even that came from because and I
Yeah.
feel like my mind be just on 10 sometimes.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I can't stop thinking. Like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and like just thoughts running through my head. But I just
Mhm.
wonder, even when you say like, hey, what's going on? And it's so shallow. And I think about like a time before where like I get on the elevator in my apartment building and people
Mhm.
speak, but I gotta be the one to be like, yo, so you ready for the weekend? Like how like but people just they they choose not to like
Right.
fuck with you. And I'm just like I feel like it's this social media, it's this behind the technology and people don't get outside no more. We don't get outside to walk. We don't
Right.
do anything. So like you said, you got to give yourself more grace, but you got to find those people too that actually like want to talk to you and you know.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, taking the initiative like you do, like yeah. I mean, you want people to feel good and do good, and I always live by this, bro. If everybody in the room eating, ain't nobody complains, right?
Right.
And
Right.
so it's like, yeah, you want people to be in good spirits. You just saying hi, hello,
Yeah.
or whatever. It changes things. It changes the dynamic, and people just not used to it. People have struggled with communication
Yeah.
so bad, bro, that with all the phones and all of this, people can't even hold conversations like that all the time. But when you go to a higher level and you start walking around and you got certain mentors and people
That's
in
what I'm
life, or
saying.
you traveling the world, oh, it's some good conversations going on out here.
Where do you meet them people? Because like, so that's been a struggle for me, and I try to be transparent on my podcast.
Yeah.
That's been a struggle for me. I feel like I have the mindset, I have the drive, but where do you meet the people? Like, I know you mentioned the mentor and the life coach, and I'm willing to pay for like those type of services and people,
Yeah.
but like, where do you go out and scout those type of people?
You start with yourself first.
Okay.
If you start with yourself, like you're doing now, like we reconnected on various levels. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because you've been intentional about what it is that you want. You have those thoughts every single day subconsciously,
Mhm.
and you probably written it down. And when you travel in the world, you put that energy out there.
Right.
So now you're gonna be around the people that's doing, and you can have those conversations with.
That's
Because
true.
everybody don't move like that, bro. Like folks just cool with they operate like they just cool with everything.
That's
And
true.
growth is subjective, but you could tell the difference, dog.
It's true.
You
I
could
try.
you could tell the
You
difference.
know, for real. And I try to do that too, because like when we went to Switzerland, we stayed in like a really nice resort. And
Mhm.
I actually became friends with this guy, and he owns a video game company out in California. And his name is like Robert Towles. And
Yeah,
he's like super dope. He's a little older, I think like 60 or something, but like
yeah,
I follow him on Instagram and all of that stuff. And he's one of them people like I know I can you too. Like I know I
yeah,
can come to if I got any questions or like, yo, how did you get there? How did you do this? What made you think about this? And like you
yeah,
said, traveling was a thing that I had to realize because if I just go to New York, like especially our people, we feel like we gonna go to Miami and turn up and we gonna go
yeah,
to so I feel like we gotta
yeah,
diversify where we go and to actually learn. And I'm all about supporting like Black people. Like we got to do better, and we spend our dollars on stupid stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man, you see it every single day on Instagram. Not trying to judge nobody, but yeah, same thing, man. It's empty. It's but you can't blame somebody for what they don't know, because what you don't know, you don't know.
That's
You
true.
haven't been exposed to it. So, and then I live by this too. Ain't nobody better than nobody.
That's a fact.
So I look at this stuff like when I do get opportunity to have conversations, or, I'm unassuming as ever walking around. Even being down here, wherever we traveled, or being in Miami or being in Atlanta and stuff, it's just like nothing flashy, but just the presence. And then when someone actually figure out what I have done, the conversation changes tremendously, bro. But you gotta have peace though. You gotta have peace, and then approach it humbly and know that, hey, this person came to me for a reason. Right. Am I gonna put the energy into it? And then you get into those pockets where you'll be outside or whatever, and women will think you trying to holler at them. It's like, man, I'm really good. And so they do everything possible in life to not look at you and all this extra stuff. And I'm like, bro, you going out your way. Like, trust me, I'm good. I am good. Like, you got to prove to me that you can talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know, people don't know what they are missing in those little pockets, bro. Like, show everybody respect, and you can have the most incredible conversations, and that person can lead you down a rabbit hole of, okay, I know this person, this based off of the things you're interested in. I got a network that's super crazy. I can introduce you to do ABC, whoever, and that could change your life. But people so busy trying to avoid everything because of false assumptions or pretenses that they miss out on so many opportunities. It's crazy, bro.
Yo, and it's crazy how you kind of like directing us where we going to, because I actually had some pointers that I wanted to hit on as well. So you saying like people saying no and they don't even know what they're saying no to. So it's crazy that you say that, because I actually had a note where I wanted to ask you, what is like, I got two questions, but I'm asking like one after one.
Okay.
Saying yes. I feel like we say no too much and we don't say yes to enough things. And I know you probably saw it in like some type of book. Like, so let's say if somebody say, hey, you want to invest in this business with me, but we're like, nah. So what are some things that made you say yes to like saying, I want to do this AI business? Like, cause I know you told me what made you do it, but what made you say yes? Like, I'm all in on this business. Cause I'm in this, and we're going to have a side conversation after this, because I'm curious about the and just saying yes in life too, because this is just in general too as well.
Yes. I learned to say yes to, if I see something that will save me time, I always say, I would say 80 to 90% of the time, or 100% of the time, be like, yes. Okay. And so there's different, like with music, the music industry, I can't say all that all the time because there ain't no rules in the music industry, and it's just like, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. But as far as everything else, setting up my own business, knowing that I can help and serve everybody. Like, I'm big on being a man of God, and like understanding that helping and serving everyone every single day is my key, and that quality that I need to have, I need to be intentional about whatever it takes. And when I see tools or resources that can help and serve others, I'm going to jump on them. Right? Like, I'm not going to try to build a house without a hammer and a nail.
Absolutely.
Or a construction person, because I don't know how to build houses anyway. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Me either.
Yeah, it's like you gotta understand what tools and what resources go with what. And again, that goes even with the AI. Like AI is not going to replace people. People who know how to use AI are going to replace certain people.
Right.
And so I took the initiative to understand that, yeah, if whatever you do halfway, you're going to get halfway results. If you say yes and you commit to it and you're intentional about it, then your outcome is going to be that.
Gosh, yo, that was a perfect response too, by the way, because I was just like, yeah, even like the hammer and the house and the nails, like you need a foundation to like get started.
Absolutely.
And I know you brought up the music industry, and I know you say you're still doing music. Yo, and I'm still mad about this right now. I'm really pissed off today because my goal was to drop a new song today. I had it for release. DistroKid fucked my shit up.
Oh man, it happens. I
was just like, they was like, oh, so you should not try to release a song the day after. You should do it like within a week. So, but with the music business, I remember we talked a while ago, and I forgot who it was. And I don't know if you can say this, but you don't have to. But in relation to like Simon Cowell, like you wrote for somebody, are you still writing for people like in today's time?
Yeah. I had a lot of success in that area. So I had 2 record deals, and now my current deal is a publishing deal. So
nice.
I've gotten music on League of Legends and NBA 2K23, and a couple other placements, but I've been able to navigate that songwriting publishing space very smoothly without being loud. Just get my money and out the way, but
I think I heard somebody say, they said people want to make that hit song, but all they need is what, a catalog. You need well, you need the right people as well, but
it's like the music industry. I guess the way I navigated it, I didn't go through a lot of crazy stuff, definitely. And then RIP Rich Homie Quan, man, like my A&Rs and former managers, business partner, like I've been around that. I was around all of that stuff, man, in Atlanta. So it's just crazy to see. And then that's the thing about the music industry as well. It's something about like what we are seeing in the world where you ever notice how many times people who give so much at that level, we're finding more and more of them passing away?
Absolutely.
Does that not scare anybody?
Yeah.
Everyone who like show up for people, and it ain't got to be out loud either, because I know like a lot of stuff Rich Homie Quan did for people, his pops too. Like, bro.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's someone who always pouring into everybody that end up like they depleted.
Yeah. Either death or jail.
Yeah.
I even go as far as saying like Tory Lanez too. And I just want to like just give it a second. Like, rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan for sure. Like, I don't want to skip over that like one bit. And I hope like blessings out to his family and all of that and the people around him, because that can't be a good feeling. But even like you said, everybody is depleted. But I even think about Tory Lanez, like I think they said he just bought himself out of his deal. And all of a sudden he was like learning how to make the money like without the label, and he was teaching people like what to do. Like I even saw his streams where he would like show people how to make a song right on the spot.
Yeah.
Like crazy. Like, and now he's, incarcerated.
Life be life, man. Life be life, and dog. Like, and and that's what's happening across the board, bro. Like, folks, if they able to do it once, they'll try to do it again.
Yeah.
If they feel like, you got to know how to navigate yes and no in this world, bro. You got to and do it properly. Like, ain't nobody trying to shit on nobody or all that type of stuff, but know how to navigate the world and put yourself in a position to where I always say this: if you know somebody's priorities, y'all never argue. Because if you speak on anything that's a part of their priorities, they're gonna have pushback.
That's right. That's right.
And then outside of that, then you'll be able to have great conversation in between. Like might have disagreements depending on what a person's priorities are. Like,
yeah.
Say you in a relationship or your friends, say your friends love to travel. And the day that they looking at that or those dates, say you be like, before they even book a ticket, like, hey man, I thought we were supposed to go here. They gonna look at you like you crazy.
That's a fact.
My priority is to travel.
I'm telling you,
if they priority at the top of their list, especially in different cultures, like they family.
Yeah.
If they have if they intentional about spending time with their family, that's what they want to do. And you be like, man, how you gonna be over there all day and blah 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 blah. They gonna look at you like you crazy. Because
for real.
You don't that means you don't understand the person if you don't understand their priorities.
Right. That's a fact. And speaking of, you like a book of wisdom. I'm gonna just say that. Go ahead and say that.
Yeah.
And they about to shut us down and like on this recording.
Okay.
But we got 8 minutes, so I got like, before we close it out, I got like 2 more questions for you.
Okay.
Book of wisdom, and you was just like letting it all go. And I thank you for being here for the listeners that are listening and me as well. What is one piece of advice that really changed your life? Like, if you had to think of just one that you probably think of the most, or you like, this really made me transition from maybe like a boy into a man when you were younger, or whatever it was.
Whatever you get fast, you lose fast.
I like that. Yeah. That's simple and plain. And for those listening, I think mine was my 6th grade teacher. I don't know why this stuck with me. And Mr. Johnson, if you're listening, those boat shoes he used to wear was terrible. Nah, but Mr. Johnson, in my 6th grade, I'm 30 now, I'm about to be 30, but he said, anything you don't want a black man to know, put it in a book.
Right.
That was one that stuck with me since 6th grade, and I still remember it to this day. And my second question for you was, give me, if you had the rest of your lifetime, 3 of your favorite singers that you can only listen to them for the rest of your lifetime. 3 of them.
This gonna throw people off because I listen to a different type of music at this point. So Picture You.
Okay.
That's the alternative group. Coldplay.
Okay.
And well, they ain't singers, but I could choose a rap group. I can choose a rap group, or I gotta choose another singer.
You can give me a rap group.
Outkast.
Oh, ATL.
Yeah. I got to represent for Decatur, man.
I know.
Yeah.
If I had to give you 3, dang, man, since you gave like a few rappers, it made me want to give some rappers. If I had to give 3, one would be probably Whitney Houston. Like her range was like one that I never heard. It was between her and her, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston. I gotta go with the old Sam Smith. Like,
I got you. Yeah.
Look at all album, and then when I hear him sing live, that's crazy. And if I had to go with my favorite rapper, I'm gonna give you this is tough because these like my 2 legends between Jada and Fab.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you.
Okay.
I give. Jada.
I mean, yeah. I was gonna say you can choose both of them. They legendary, bro.
That's
both of them. Period. So yeah.
So we got 5 minutes left, but I just want to give you this space to. You got anything you want to say? Like, you got anything you want to like push out, promote? Like your handles, social media.
Yeah. So if people want to follow me, they can follow me at Rey Clemons _. That's ReyClemons _. as far as my agency, it's called UberWood Agency. It actually came from me seeing Idlewild Outcast, so that's where the name came from. I was like, UberWood, just a cool name. It's a conversation starter. Yeah, folks looking for web design or lead generation for their business, project management. I'm your guy. So
indeed, he is.
yeah.
Yeah. And for me, I'm Dominic Evans. Y'all can search me. Y'all probably already listening. Feel free to text the show. Let us know what you think, your thoughts. I'm actually sharing with Rey as well. And we would love to have him back for sure. And I want to thank y'all for listening to the Voice Unheard podcast. And I'm your host, as always, Dominic Evans. And I love y'all. And until next time, we out of here.